Namaskar dosto and welcome back to the another video of Frame Phonetics series models part 2. In the previous video I have already discussed about these modal verbs, right? I hope you have seen that video and you have understood each and everything about these modal verbs. If you still have not seen it, okay, so you can click it over here and you can watch it from there, and I'll suggest you please watch that video first and then try to watch this one. Okay, well, let's discuss about what we're going to see in this video. In today's video I'm going to discuss with you about these modal verbs, okay, and similarly where do we use them and what are their uses in English communication. We're going to see all these things. Okay, if you still have any problem regarding these modal verbs as well or the previous modal verbs as well, you can put it in the comment section and I'll try to sort it out from there. Okay, so without wasting time, let's watch this video together. So let's meet the next members of the modals family. They are quite important: must, should, and ought to. I call them modals of advices. You must be wondering why I'm calling them like this. Well, you must understand this, that maybe you are happy or sometimes you are very sad. You might be confused or sometimes you are mad. In all these core areas we require advices from the people. Now let's see what kind of advices we can have. Like, we can have formal advices, which are normal opinions from somebody about something. Then we have informal advices, which are opinions which are, or they can be moral obligations, or they can tell us about moral duties. And the emphatic advice, which are very, very important and compulsory to follow. Yes, they are necessary and paramount in nature. Well, let's see should, and then we'll talk about must, and we have the third one, ought to. Well, particularly should tells us about the formal advices. It means what? We have choices. Okay, yes, we have the opinions of the people which are optional to us. In ought to, we get informal advices, which are, like I have previously mentioned, that they are moral obligations and they tell us about moral duties. Whereas must, like I said, emphatic advices, compulsory or mandatory to follow. Let's talk about should. Should is actually, they are advices which have options available. Yes, when somebody gives you such opinions, either you have the option to accept that or you can refuse by saying no, I don't want to. It means they are not at all mandatory or compulsory to follow. That means if we won't follow them, they won't going to affect us much. Okay, be happy, they are not mandatory to follow. Let's understand this with an example. You dash stop eating fast food. You should stop eating fast food. Or you dash go for walks more often. You should go for walks more often. Or we dash go to the park tomorrow. We should go to the park tomorrow. You can see all these advices are not at all compulsory to follow. It's all your choice. Follow them or refuse. Let's talk about must. Okay. Now must is actually, they show the advices which are emphatic, like I already said. Emphatic, that is compulsory or mandatory to follow. It means we have no choices in such opinions. Okay, we must accept them whenever they will be served to us. Means if we won't follow them, we might be or will be in trouble. Yes, they are highly mandatory to follow. Let's understand this with an example. Like first we have you dash not be late for school, or yes, you must not be late for school. Second is you dash not touch the paintings. Yes, you must not touch the paintings. Third, we dash follow the traffic rules. Yes, we must follow the traffic rules. So you can see if we don't follow these must advices, like if we do not get up early in the morning, or if we will be late for school bus, we might miss the bus, right? Or if we do not follow the traffic rules, then there will be chaos everywhere. So you can understand these advices are mandatory and should be followed. Let's talk about ought to. Ought to actually shows the advices which, like I have already said, they are informal in nature. Yes, they are moral duties and shows the moral obligations as a human being. Okay, yes, as a human being, the things and the opinions we should have or we should give to somebody. Okay, so there we use ought to. Let's understand this with certain examples, like we dash eat lots of fruits and vegetables every day, or we dash serve our country, or they dash respect their teachers. Let's fill it with ought to. We ought to eat lots of fruit and vegetables every day, or we ought to serve our country, or they ought to respect their teachers. So you can see that all these advices are not such advices which are mandatory to be given to somebody. They generate from the self conscience of a true human being. Okay, so advices generating from self conscience can be shown by ought to, or we can use ought to over there. Now let's have the comparative study of these models of advices. We have should, must, and ought to. Whereas should shows informal advices, whereas must shows emphatic advices, and ought to shows the moral obligations. Okay, for example, you should stop eating fast food, or you should go for walks more often. You can see we have choices available in should advices. Okay, either we should accept them or refuse. It's our choice. Whereas if we talk about must, those are emphatic advices like we must fasten our seat belts, or you must stop playing computer games. You can see they are compulsory and mandatory to follow. If we won't follow, we might be in trouble. Whereas ought to have, like we ought to serve our country, or they ought to have more parks in the city. You can see that for having these advices, we need only moral intuitions. No particular instructions should be given. They are generated by self conscience of a human being. Well, this much is sufficient for this video, I think so. Okay, I hope you have understood all these models of advices. If you still have anything, any query, any suggestions regarding could, can, should, ought to, or must, please do let me know in the comment section. Okay, I'll try to see and we're going to discuss them as well in my other videos. Okay, now one more thing I would like to convey: if you want any video in any particular topic in English grammar, please do let me know, and literature as well. Yes, if you so please do let me know. I'll try to make videos on them as well. Okay, well, I have put certain links in the description. That is my Instagram link and my Messenger and Facebook links as well. Okay, so we can have a healthy discussion on topics related to English grammar and literature. Alright, so if anybody wants it, they all are welcome. Okay, and yes, if you like my video, please do subscribe my channel, and don't forget to share it with your friends, families, and teachers as well. Okay, so now I'm going to see you in the next video. Till then, stay healthy, be happy, and Jai Hind.